All right, the recording is started and we're going to get rolling here. My name is Kerry Miller and it's absolutely wonderful to see everyone. We've got another full house this evening as always, and it's always a pleasure to see everyone come on board and be a part of our training. And we've got so many new people that are coming on board, and let me tell you, you're coming on board at the right time. We've got so many exciting things that are happening and that are going on, and so many new products that we're implementing into the control panel that's just going to launch your sales to oblivion. And it's always a privilege to have the opportunity to bring that new stuff to you. We've been working very hard over the last month getting all this stuff done, and we've got our coupon program, which is in beta right now, and many of you are using it. Some of us are even out already selling it, so we're going to talk. We've got Sherry Claiborne's going to be on with us tonight, Roger Panada, and Bill Joyce. They're going to share some of their things that they're doing. It's always a pleasure and privilege to have them on with us on our call. Real quick, my name is Kerry Miller, and I come to you each and every week from your Instant App Wizard studios in Northeast Texas, and I'm excited. I'm getting my studio redone. We're getting a green screen studio put in where we're going to be able to do some really cool and creative things with some videos, and we're having that worked on as we speak, and we're going to have that done within the next week or so. So we're going to be doing some really neat studio video work. Real quick, if you haven't joined our YouTube channel, and it's very important that you do, go to youtube.com/InstantAppWizard and join our channel. The videos that I do for training are uploaded there, and some of those videos make it to the control panel. Some of those videos don't. Maybe it's a video that I'm doing for something specific or something that I'm just working on, but you get to see everything that's in progress as we do our video work, and you get a lot of tidbits and bits of that, and of course a lot of those do go in the control panel, but it's a great way to follow exactly what we're doing with our training programs. And I'm excited, like I said, once again, good old GoTo is doing their updates again. So, but it's a pleasure to bring those videos to you, and you get them first time as soon as they're uploaded. Also, like us on our Facebook page. Sean keeps our Facebook updated. It's facebook.com/InstantAppWizard. Real quick, if you've got your phone setting next to you, we are changing our new app called Text Reminder Number so that you can get your weekly text reminders before training. If you haven't done that, we get a lot of great comments from everybody saying, man, I would have missed training if I didn't get my text. So text app call, APPCALL, to this number, 904-548-3411. That's 904-548-3411. Text app call. And that way each week you get a text reminder just a few minutes before, excuse me, before training starts. And we want to make sure that you get that information. I also try to send out a couple of emails to remind you. But if you would, just text app call to 904-548-3411. We will not be sending from the other number after tonight, so you want to make sure that you get that done. We're going to go into some control panel training tonight, and we've got some really neat things, a lot of things that you guys have been asking for a while. And I know sometimes you feel like, man, are these guys ever going to get this done? And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of programming goes into this. I have the privilege of working with Mark one-on-one many hours at a time. I know there's been many days when he and I and Woodrow have been on the phone at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning getting this stuff done. So before we start, I just want you to know that everything we do, everything that happens would not happen if it wasn't for Mark. The guy's an absolute programming genius. His coding abilities are superior and superb. And man, he's I tell him all the time, I feel like he's my little brother or something. But what a great guy, and I just really enjoy working for him. So everything that you're going to see tonight is what Mark does. So First off, we're going to look at custom icons. And before we go into the place where you're going to upload your custom icons, I want you to remember this. Make sure if you upload a custom icon that you own it. You either had it created, you have the rights to use it, it is yours, or you went on a site and you bought it. The reason that is so important, if you use an image, and I'll give you a prime example. I used to code my images back years ago when I first started doing web design, and I created all my own web images because back then there was just really no one around to do it, and I created all my own web images. And so what would happen is I would put in small font at the very bottom, in whatever color was there, my name. And then if I found that image somewhere, I would pull it up and I would bring it up on my computer, and it was just a little bit of shaded different color, and people would see that. And so I made sure that my images were my images. So make sure that you own your images. Let me pull up real quick, if I could, the control panel, and make sure that that propagates in the old. There we are. I'm going to go into an app here and show you where you upload your icons and where you can change your icons and create your own little icons. We're going to go into General Settings. And right here, this is inside the home page links. Okay? And right here, we're going to go into Edit. Matter of fact, you can see this little image right here that I put for coupons. That's a little picture of a phone that we use, that App Wizard uses, and you can see the little pages, dollar signs flying off of it. But you go into Edit, and right on here where it says Custom Icon, you can upload your image. Okay? Once again, make sure you designed it, or you had it designed, or someone designed it. Upload the image, click Save, and now you can come over to your preview section and you can see your little icon right on your click tap bar right here. And I'll go ahead and just change that for the sake of changing it so you can see it. Let me go back over here to some pictures and just find something to put in there. Let me put this. Okay, and I uploaded that little image. Did I save it? I don't think I saved it. I have a bad habit of doing that. Got to make sure you save it. Go to Upload Image. Let me do it again. Make sure you save it. That's good to show. Because if you don't save it, it's not going to go in there. Click Save. All right. Now let's go over and preview it. And you can see right there, it just changes it for you. So once again, I'm going to reiterate this, and I want to pound it into you. Make sure you own the image. Okay? That's extremely important. Now, another thing we did, and I want to show you this real quick, is how to duplicate apps. Now, the reason we did the duplicate apps, we have a lot of people that are working with multi-level companies. We have some of you that are going after large chains. I know one of our resellers in Florida is working with a wing place that has 45 outlets. So duplication was very important, and it took us a while to get this done because we wanted to make sure it was correct and done right. So we have duplicated the ability to duplicate your apps. Let me go back in and I'll pull up the screen. Go into your control panel, and you can see right here where it says duplicate. Now this is extremely simple, but there's a very important step that you must do in order to duplicate the app. One thing that is unique to the system is whatever you put is the extension of the onetap.mobi URL. So you want to make sure that that's changed, and we've put it in there where you have to change that. Just click duplicate, and I can come in here and you can see United States Mobile Magic. All this is good information. And I'm going to come over here to onetap.mobi, and I'm going to make this Mobile Magic Coupon 2. And there you go. I've duplicated my app. I can go in. You can see my logo is pulled over. Everything in that app has been pulled over. Now all I got to do is go into my general settings and my content and make any changes that I want to change. That saves you a ton of time when you're out there trying to work with someone and you're duplicating apps and you're making things happen. So very easy to do. Just go to the app, click duplicate. Make sure you put in your new URL extension. Maybe it's a different location. Maybe this is Mobile Magic Coupon Fort Worth, and I want to put my Fort Worth extension up there. Maybe it's got a different phone number, even an email address, but I can change all this information right here. This is all the client information. If it's a chain of restaurants, or maybe it's a chain of car washes, and they've got their car washes numbered 1 to 30 or whatever, you may just want to put that information in there and put their business phone number in there for that particular location, and then you can just make the extension to match all that. Great way to do that. Before I go on, I just want to ask real quick, is there any questions on duplicating the app or creating the icon? I'm going to take this kind of at steps since this is all new stuff, and make sure that everybody's on the same page. Anybody at all? Okay, we're going to roll on here. How you doing, Ken Taylor? Good to see you, buddy. Okay, this has been something we've been asking. We've been asked for since probably the beginning of time, and we have put in your branded website where you're able to actually take PayPal, or if you've got another merchant account, they've got it set up to where you can put the gateway URL in there and run right out of your branded website your merchant account. So let me show you how that works real quick. I'm going to go into my site. Okay, you go into branding. Over here where it says website prices, go into website prices. Now I put a PayPal button in mine, okay? And you go into PayPal, and if you don't know how to do that, if you don't have a PayPal account, first you have to have a PayPal account. Then when you go in and create your button, this HTML code will automatically be generated. Now you have two options. You can either use the HTML code and or you can use the link, okay? If you have a link, it works the exact same way, all right? So what I've done is I've put the PayPal form in here, and PayPal automatically creates this. It's the full submit button. Just click update now. I'm going to go into pricing. Now I've got this set up on this one right here for the mobile web app, okay, for just a standard package, no text, no nothing, just an app, $79.95. I'm going to click on Order Now, and it's going to come to the sign-up form. This is extremely important that it's done this way. If you're asking, well, why didn't it take me directly to the checkout form? The most important thing you're going to get from your clients, other than the money, is their information. So like for instance, a PayPal form, if you don't go in and set it up a specific way, and you got to go in and make your own form, and you got to do all that stuff, you may miss some of the information that you need. So what we did is we set it up to where they have to go through the sign-up form first. They put all their information in there, and then they proceed to checkout. Once they proceed to checkout, now it says sign-up form almost done. Click the PayPal button below to complete the order. Click the button. Takes them right to the page, okay, for them to sign out. They're going to purchase one, log in, and or don't have a PayPal account. Going to go down here so that they can get all their information in here. You collect your money and you build the app. Makes it very simple, very quick. When you're out with a customer and you're sitting there with them at the table, it gives you the opportunity to take their information right there, click on the button, put their credit card information in, and you're done with the sale. That way you don't have to have them scan a form or fill out a form or anything else. They can do it right there on the spot. Everything's paid for, and you're ready to go. Any questions at all? I just want to show you again, you have to go into the branding section. Okay, this is the branding section of your control panel. Go to website prices, and you're going to select right here, for example, let me show you right here, PayPal button, and then you go in and you get your information from within your PayPal account, which looks like this right here. Your PayPal account generates it automatically. You put it in and it creates that button on that page. Any questions at all? Recurring monthly fees is done within PayPal. You have to get their, it's not the free package, it's the one right above it, I believe. It's like $30 a month. And you set that up within PayPal, and when you create your form, that's the HTML that you pull down. And you pull that down with your PayPal. And there's a video, matter of fact, in your, I believe it's in the resource section. Not be in the training videos. Hang on just one sec. Billing options videos. How to set up recurring billing in PayPal. And this is Billing Boss, quotes, recurring invoices, and more. And this is actually a PayPal video. Tells you exactly how to do it. It's great. And I highly recommend, I'm going to tell you what a lot of guys do. And a lot of people say, man, you know, I got to go back and get a credit card every time. Don't do that. Set up recurring payment. And there's many merchant accounts out there. Takes you 5 minutes to sign up for them and get your information. Any other questions? Now I'm going to talk to you about our coupon creator. I just completed the training videos for the coupon creator that's in your site. Excellent program. It's we've got some folks that are going to be talking here just in a few minutes, and I want to share some stuff with you myself. The training videos, just finished them right before I came on air. Coupons and promotions. There's a breakdown how to access the coupons, how to create a text-only scratch-off coupon. Looks like I put the wrong thing in the wrong place here. That is a scratch-off with scarcity value, how to create an image background scratch-off coupon. I'll fix that as soon as I get done tonight. How to create a custom image background scratch-off coupon, and how to create a contest scratch-off coupon. These are all about 2 to 3 minutes long, very quick, precise, to the point, and you can go to these videos, watch them, and you will have absolutely zero problem creating a coupon. But with that said, we're going to go in and create a couple of coupons. But before I go in and create a couple of coupons, I am going to bring a couple of people on real quick and talk to you about these coupons. But let me tell you a story before I get started. I've been working on this customer right here for months, thrown everything in the book. We talked about hard sales and hard closes a couple of weeks ago. I was in there eating dinner with my wife about a week ago. And, I mean, I've told him that his, straight up to the point, man, your reputation management sucks. Everything about you is terrible. People are talking bad about it. Didn't bother him at all. So I was in there eating, and I was walking out the door. And Ken, he followed me out, and he said, how's your app thing going? I said, it's going great, man. I said, I've got something you need to see. Didn't lead into, hey, I'm going to show you. He goes, what is it? And I pulled my phone out, and I pulled the coupon up, and I scratched it off, and he said, I've got to have that. Now, I've been working on this guy for months, absolutely months. I mean, I went to the point of even giving him a free app. You probably saw me demo his app a while back. Demoed it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. Never paid, never did nothing. He saw the scratch-off coupon, wrote me a check, wrote me my monthly, and I was in there just the other day, and he paid me for the full year. I mean, this guy is just, he's just above and above the moon when it comes off to this coupon. We're creating a coupon for his bar. We're creating a coupon for his buffet. We're creating a coupon for his just the sit-down menu. I mean, there's just a ton of things. Before, it was like he wouldn't spend any money, and I think he's probably already spent about $1,000 just creating the advertisement. He went to one of the beer distributors here. They're going to create all of his table tents for him with the QR codes on them for all the events. He's going to run a custom program where he's going to do giveaways and things like that. I mean, this coupon just absolutely sucked him in. If you will use this coupon, it is amazing what it will do. I went out yesterday and picked up 3 new clients just on the coupon alone in less than about 4 hours. All I did was walk in, introduced myself, showed them what I was doing, demonstrated the scratch off, and they were sold. I'm going to tell you why they're really intrigued by that coupon, by seeing them actually scratch off. You know, my wife even said, she said, what are you going to do when people start scratching a hole in their glass? Because constantly I'm sitting there rubbing that coupon. I mean, I'm even intrigued. It's one of those gotcha things. You know, people see it and they got to have it. And but it's an amazing product that's been created that is very easy to use, very easy to build, and you can go out and make a ton of money with it. So I'm going to bring on real quick another fella who has had great success with it, and let me see if I can pull him in. Roger Pinedo, are you there, buddy?
Yes, I am. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. How are you doing?
Very excited what's going on, especially with the new coupon. It's just turned my business around, and I thought I was doing good, but it's just taken my business here in the last 2 weeks to a different level.
Tell us how you're doing it. Just give us a little idea of how you're going out, showing it off, and how you're bringing it to your customers.
Well, I went out there to do a little beta test for you guys. I went out there last week, and I got real excited. May does my apps, and she was real tired one night, kind of, I don't, you know, whatever. But when I told her I needed this coupon to put on for a client that I was going to see the next day, well, she did it, and afterwards she said, oh, my God, this is so easy and this is so cool. What you're going to show the group tonight is just an incredible way to really get into, really market your mobile app, because not only do you have a mobile app that can actually give them the address and information about their business, but with the coupons and the stuff that we're coming out now, it takes your mobile app to a marketing system also. So I walked into the businesses, and I had one business that I've been trying to close for 2 weeks. I walked in there and I said, oh, by the way, Chris and Donna, let me show you what I have. This is something new that we're going to be putting on the apps. And I took and I showed them the coupon, and on the coupon, when I opened it up on my app, because I downloaded it to my mobile app and gave them a demonstration, and then I had them rub it off on my phone, and they saw 25% discount. Oh my God, they went nuts with it. In fact, they bought the whole package for me. They bought the everything that we have to offer, and I walked out of there where this guy was thinking, well, I don't know, I'll try it, maybe I'll do it for 2 months, I don't know. And when I showed him the coupon, I walked out of there with an annual payment that he paid up front, and they are so excited that they are now having their coupon on their phone where it says, let us do the repairs for you, and we'll give you 15% right off the labor price, and that's so exciting. The other day I went into a hair salon, and I talked to a girl. I said, I noticed on her table she had 15% discount on weaving or something, and I said, look, we can put this actually on your phone. She went nuts. We're signing her up. I signed up last week 3 accounts just on the coupon itself, and the exciting thing about it is this. Everybody recognizes coupons. I mean, they've been around for years. But having a coupon on their mobile app where their customers can actually get that coupon without cutting anything out, and it's like when you rub it off, it's like you're rubbing off a lottery ticket, and it's been very, very exciting. The response has been incredible. I walked in today to a brand new business. I walked in, I said, I showed them the QR code, and I said, let me show you something that we just added to the program. I put in my coupon. I opened up my coupon. They went nuts, and they said they're going to probably sign up tomorrow, and they're going to pay for the whole year. Just incredible. So I'm real excited with the company because you guys are coming out with things that are really helping us make our sales a lot easier. The coupon is totally magic because when you show that and they can rub it off. And I went to one of my existing customers today, and I showed him the coupon. He says, Roger, put it down for me because I want you to put down that I give 20% discounts on their deductibles, and then have it when they can rub it off, they see the 20%. He thought it was incredible. And what this is going to do for us when you make the sales, you're going to lock in your customers. I am telling you, we're way ahead of the curve off our competition, and it is so much fun. And I tell you, I just signed up a detail company, one of the large detail companies here in Arizona and California. When I went and delivered his app and I showed him what we had did, the first thing I had on his line was the coupon. He did it. He was totally sold, and he started sending out his app immediately.
I tell you, and that's the same reaction I'm getting, and I know that I'm going to talk to Bill Joyce here in just a moment. Same reaction he's getting. These coupons are amazing. They're absolutely they're a game changer. They really are a game changer, and it just when people see it, they're just amazed by it, and I believe it's really going to make a huge difference in people's sales.
Well, I have an appointment tomorrow with a gas station where the owner owns 3 gas stations, and I'm going to show him the coupon where he can actually do the oil change, and also it has a time clock on it where it actually you could say, I'm going to run this for 4 days, and what's so good about it, when you open up the app, you see the clock running. It's incredible, and it says, oh, you got 2 hours and 10 seconds left to make that phone call, make your appointment to get the savings on the oil change. This is a game winner.
All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate you taking time here, and I'm going to get to a couple of the other guys. Roger's absolutely tearing it up, and I tell you what Roger's doing that amazes me. And actually, I've taken a tip from Roger. I've gone to asking for that full money up front. I ask for that before I tell him that it's a monthly pay. And let me tell you, man, it works great. And the great thing about this company is we can learn from each other and really make things happen and really make things work. Roger, I appreciate it, buddy, and let me know how those 3 stations do tomorrow.
Oh, I will. I'll let you know.
All right, thanks, man. Okay, before I go to my next guest, I'm going to answer a couple of questions here. Let's see here. What happens when the customer scratches it off and they're a winner? Does it say? The coupon itself, you don't need to worry about it sitting out, I'm a winner or not. We have a contest feature in there that we still have some work to do. This coupon program is in beta, and I'm going to go into that a little bit more in a moment. But with the scratch-off coupon itself, they can go in at any time and rub that off, and they can show that to the wait staff. And that's what I'm having them do at this restaurant. They have to show it to the wait staff, and the wait staff will ask for that. I've actually sat down with the wait staff, and I've explained that to them. I sat down with management, and we've set up an entire program with the wait staff and the hostess at the front desk, and the entire program of how it works. So you don't need to worry about saving the actual coupon. Now the contest that we're still working on, I'll be able to tell you a little bit more about that in a few moments. No, they can scratch it off at home, and they can go in and they can, what Spence is asking is, so they shouldn't scratch until they're at the retail location. They can pull up the same coupon at the retail location. Now, if it's on a scarcity feature, which I'll show you in a moment, Spence, that's going to disappear when the coupon's over. So, but they can scratch it again at the restaurant or at the beauty shop or wherever they're at, and it'll show the coupon. And really just keeping them scratching it up is amazing. We're also, Woodrow just said that we're working on a timestamp in the next update. In about 2 weeks, you guys are going to see this thing, and it's going to be like, wow. I mean, it's a wow factor now, but wait for about 2 more weeks, and you're going to say, wow, wow, wow. how much do you discount or offer for the year payment? I do it a little bit different, and some people will waive the setup fee. I don't waive the setup fee. I give them 2 months free, and with the setup fee, it's the same price. So it's just the way that the way I do it. What about redeeming the prize coupon so that it's only used once per phone? We're setting that up also, and that's going to be on the special coupon for the contest, and that's something that we're working on. I'm going to go on more in that here in just a few minutes. Opt-in to win, yes. Opt-in to win is going to be a huge program that we're working on, so that I won't go a lot into that, but it's just a really neat thing that we're going to be working on. It's a point-of-sale system. Is Roger charging an additional fee for setup for coupons? Roger charges for everything. He charges, if they want a green app, I think Roger charges for it. Let's see here. I don't want to miss these questions because I know these questions are important to you folks. How does the end customer redeem the coupon? You just what my people are doing, they're showing it to the wait staff or to the hostess at the front desk. Ken, great question. Ken asked, will coupons be able to be accessed by customers in a marketing platform access? That's coming up within the next 2 weeks in our next upgrade. That way they won't have to go into, or you won't have to deal with them. We're going to be putting access to the coupon program in the marketing platform so that they don't go in and work on everything else. Let me see here. Okay, I'm going to get in. Yes, you can bookmark anything on your phone. Now you cannot, and if you're asking Bill if you can bookmark it after they rub it off, I actually tried that. We were talking about that yesterday, Woodrow and I. You can rub it off, and even if you bookmark the rubbed off, when you click on the bookmark, it's going to come back up with the rub off there. You're not able to. It doesn't save the rubbed off coupon. Yes, sir. Okay, Bill, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show a couple of coupons here, and then we're going to go in and I'm going to bring you on board. So we're going to come in here and we're going to go into content. We're going to go to coupons and promotions. Now, if you click on this video is down right now. I'm fixing to put up a new video after tonight into that spot. So I pulled the one down that was there because we were in pre-beta, and so some things have changed. So I'm going to update that video. But you can go to the control panel, and all the individual videos are there. Add scratch off. And this is exactly how long it takes. We're going to do a scratch off coupon. I'm just going to use a simple text coupon, and we'll say get 10% off of next meal. I'm going to change that. You can see a preview. You can actually change this up here also. That's what that preview looks like. You can put an expiration on here, yes or no. Let's go ahead and put an expiration on here, and I can show you what it looks like. Expires, this is the date, let's say 4 at 10 o'clock p.m. because that's when they close. I'm going to say save, and I've just created a coupon that quick. I'm going to go into preview up here. Here's my scratch off coupon. Let me big screen this. Go to the scratch off coupon. And of course, you'll do this with your finger. Now, up here you see the expiration, and I put this in the video. In the emulator, it's a little bit big. It sizes correctly in the phones. Okay, we couldn't get it to actually emulate exactly as it does for the phone. And you just rub this off, get 10% off your next meal. And this expires in 1 day, 1 hour, and 22 minutes. And that's how quick you can go in and set up a coupon. Now let me go in and add another one here. We're going to go into scratch off coupon, except this time I want to do something fancy. I'm going to put me a background in here. And we've just uploaded a whole bunch of new backgrounds. There's background 1, background 2, background 3. So you can select several different backgrounds, and we've got another dozen, I think, coming. There's your backgrounds. I really like this background. Don't ask me why. It reminds me of my disco days back when John Travolta was getting it on. But I'm going to use coupon image text. Get 10% off. Next meal. We're not going to have the expiration on this one. We're going to save it. Go to preview. Go to the new coupon. And there's the coupon. And there's the rub off. Looks really good. It looks real good with my background. Maybe that's why I like it. It looks really good, and they're easy to do. Now let me go back in here. I'll show you how to do another one. We'll upload an image. Here again, make sure that your images are your images. I built this image last night. Just a little quick. This is just a little quick top image. Okay, coupon image. I'm just going to say text. And I really like the way Mark did this. This is very simple. You can create an image underneath this if you want. You can upload your own image if you want. But this is really clean. Okay, it's very clean. It's very simple. It's easy to read on the phone. So I really like using it. So we're going to click Save. And this is upload my own image. And you saw there that it was 221 pixels by 285 pixels. Make sure that when you get those built or you build them yourself, it's 221 pixels by 285 pixels. Very important. If not, you're going to be calling us and saying, hey, this doesn't work, it doesn't look good. It's because your pixels aren't correct. And there's my little guy with the big nose, okay, and just scratches right off. And it works just like that on a phone. So you have several different options there you can do. Now let's go in here, and I'm gonna take a little bit of time on this contest scratch off, because this is probably one that we're going to have the most questions on. So I'm going to answer all your questions before you ask them. Okay, let me answer this for Kathy real quick. And this is for any of you that might have missed this. What I'm doing, Kathy, is this, and you need to teach all your clients to do this. When someone comes in and says, I have a coupon, okay, they need to actually show that coupon. Now, they can pull the coupon up again on their phone and scratch it off. What that does is it constantly keeps them inside of that app. So if they do it at home and they see it, they can do it again at the store. But what I'm teaching my clients to do is, whether it's a wait staff or a hostess or a point of sale counter, is have them show the coupon to the checkout. Did that answer your question, I hope? She said she's having a little computer problem there. Hopefully she was able to hear me on that. Okay, the contest scratch off is a little bit different, okay? Now, this is still under beta. All right, so let me explain to you what beta means. That means that there's some things in it that we're working on. The regular scratch off coupon, go out and sell it all day long, okay? Yes, you can say that. Must show coupon to server in the text. Yeah, you can put whatever you want in the text. That's correct, Frank. Okay, the contest coupon winner. That's what I'm fixing to get to next, Kathy. But that's a good idea, Frank. You can put it there, must show coupon to server. You know, 10% off meal, 10% or free drink, show coupon to server. Very good, Frank. That's why I like these interactive trainings. Everybody's got great ideas. Okay, the contest scratch off is under beta. All right, we're working on some things. You can use this for small items. What I would have done with this is they need to do this at the point of sale, or they need to do it in front of someone at the business. The reason for that is if they scratch it off at home and it says they win, at this point today, at this moment right now, until we get back in this in the next week or so, okay, and we're going to spend about 2 weeks on this, because this is going to be like the gravy on the chicken fried steak and the mashed potatoes are perfect kind of deal. This is going to be the game changer of the game changer. This is the first and one, and you made a touchdown. So right now, they have to do this in front of someone at the store because there's no way to save this unless they're able to save it to their phone as an image or something like that. Okay? So, and we're working on many different ideas on that. Sherry said I just made her hungry. It's my favorite meal. So let's look at allow scratch-offs. Now, the great thing about this, Woodrow says we're going to set it up to where we'll be able to email it and timestamp it. So there's going to be many things that's going to be worked into this deal right here. And this is going to be super. Allow scratch-offs once every 60 minutes, every 6 hours, every 24 hours. So you can control how many times they rub it off. Okay? For this, we'll just say anytime. Scratch image. Now this works the exact same way. We'll just use the text for this. Rub for your chance to be a winner. Not a winner image. We'll just put the text up again. Sorry, not a winner. You can go 1 out of every 10, 1 out of every 100, 1 out of every 1,000, 1 out of every million. It doesn't really matter. Okay? For this, we're going to say 1 out of every 10 scratch-offs get free drink. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to build up an entire program here for you. Now let me tell you how this works. These numbers are go through an algorithm. And the algorithm doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to pull on the 10th time. Now we're going to put an option in there where it will pull out the 10th time. But let's say that it pulls on the first time. Okay, so that's 1 out of 10. Let's say that again it gives them a winner on the second time. Well, the first 1 out of 10 started over. Now the second 1 out of 10 started again, and it pulled on the first time. Now you've got 2 winners in a row, okay, because that's the way the algorithms is set up. What's going to happen is it's going to start over again on the third time. Now you may go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So actually that's on the 5th time that you got a winner again. And the algorithm starts over. So it's kind of like, and I think I said this in my first video I made, it's kind of like flipping a coin. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to hit heads 1 out of 10 times. You hit heads 3 times, and then it takes you another 10 times to hit heads again. It works on the same premise. That's why for right now, you don't want your customer giving away 1 iPad 1 out of every 100,000 times, because the first 10 people that hit could hit a winner, and he would literally be liable for 10 iPads. So until we actually change the algorithms and put multiple things in here that you can do to set up how it works, use it on small items. And I'm going to show this, for example, right here, how you can use this. So the first 1 out of 10 scratch-offs get a free drink. Now I'm going to add a new offer. We're going to say 1 out of 20 get a free entree. Okay. Now I'm going to add a new offer. 1 out of 100 get a free meal. Now within this one contest, I'm running 3 different contests. 1 out of every 10 will get a drink. 1 out of every 20 will get a free entree. 1 out of every 100 get a free meal. Now these are items that your customer, if you go out and set this up with them tomorrow, they're not going to be worried about if they give away 10 free entrees today, because they're going to come in with another 5 people and they're going to make their money on that. Okay? They're not going to be worried about giving away a free drink to everybody that walks in the door, or a free entree to 1 out of 20 people, or 20 people for the entire day. They're not going to be worried about those small items. It's the big items like the iPads, or maybe they're giving away a free car to 1 out of 1,000,000 or something like that, where the prize is really, really big. So let's go in here and save that, but let me just walk through this again. This is the contest scratch-off. Anytime, or you can set it for a specific time where somebody's just not sitting there scratching it, scratching it, scratching it. Okay? Rub for your chance to be a winner. Sorry, not a winner. 1 out of 10 a free drink, 1 out of 20 a free entree, 1 out of 100 get a free meal, and click Save. Okay, so we're going to rub this. Sorry, not a winner. Let me just refresh this and go through it a couple of times just so you can see how it works. Get a free meal. Okay? So the free, remember what I put first? Free drink. The free meal hit on the second time before the free drink. That's the third time. I'm not going to go through this a bunch of times, but I just want you to see the fourth time. But you can see, and you can see what's going on here. See, got a free meal again, and that was on the 7th time. So if you're putting big prizes in there, you can see how the algorithm would really kind of mess you up. Now, we're going to fix that, so don't worry about that. But just don't go out having your clients set up a big giveaway and they wind up giving away 15 iPads to the first 15 people that scratch off. Okay? Now, we are working on, let me just reiterate again, we're working on a program to where it's going to be able to contact the person when they win so they know they're able to save the information. They can go to the place. They can verify. Everything will be up and up so that everything is checked out and verified. Any questions on that? Will we be able to label and save different? Yes. Matter of fact, I'll do that right after I bring Bill Joyce on. Yes, Frank, that's exactly what we're working on. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to bring Bill on. I saw he dropped off there and it looks like he's back. Can you hear me, Bill Joyce?
Yeah, I can. How you doing?
Hey, good, buddy. How are you doing, man? Give us a
Can you hear me?
Give us a little info on this coupon thing, man.
Yeah. Well, I happened to see it to the end of last week, beginning of this week. I just saw the coupon video came up. When I started just watching it, I'm like, wait a minute, because I've been working with a couple of other coupon-type programs that to create a coupon, you can't get there from here. It's, go put up WordPress, do this, do that, everything else. And I'm getting a lot of requests from people saying, I asked them, I said, do you do any kind of advertising for coupons, one thing or another? Well, when this thing came out, I started playing around with it. And right away, there's 3 folks that I thought of that are right now current clients. Well, one of them's he's a real curmudgeon. He's a great guy. I know him for 30 years in the restaurant business. But nothing makes this guy happy. I told him what was going on. I had to get out and talk to his general manager this morning for something that's coming up for the Final Four. And he walked in. I didn't expect him to be there. And I just showed Lewis, his manager, what I was doing. He said, that's really it. That's something else. So I said, Paul, do me a favor. Pull up your mobile app. So he pulled it up, and he's looking at it. He says, what the hell is this scratch off? I said, well, scratch it off. And he put the scratch off, and he said, come on. I said, yeah. Well, he was jumping up and down. He sat down. He's ready to go to a meeting. He spent the next 30 minutes talking about the different things he could put on there as a coupon. And one of the things I explained to him is that the exclusivity, you want people to start using your mobile app. Just say this is only available on mobile. So you got to opt in. You got to get the application on your phone in order to qualify for this. I did this with a guy who's on vacation down in Florida. I sent him a note. I said, you were asking about doing something to win a surfboard, but you also want to give away a few things. He's up in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. And I said, you want to give away a few things? He said, yeah, I'm thinking about it. But he said, so many people, I'll talk to you guys about couponing. It's going to cost a bloody fortune. So I didn't put it on his site. I put it on my own site, and I sent it down, so I texted it to him. I said, take a look at that and get back to me. He said, yeah, I'm going somewhere with my son. We're going to be doing this, that, and everything else. He texted me back right after he opened it up. He said, when can I get this? It was just astounding. And tonight I just walked in the door. I'd sent somebody the same bit of information, and he called me back tonight and said, hey, listen, I just saw the thing on a scratch off. How much? I said, well, you're an existing customer, so it's only going to be $49 a month. He said, let's do it.
It's amazing.
And that's 3 people in three hits. I've sent it out to a bunch of people that saying you really want to take a look at this. I know you have some interest in discounting. The response I'm getting email-wise and texting back is unbelievable.
Well,
I mean, this is awesome.
Well, there's one thing that I know for fact, and I know Woodrow's been out on the streets. I went out on the streets with it. Roger's on the streets with it. You're out pushing it. Everybody that sees this thing, and this is, and I keep hearing it over and over, not from resellers. I'm talking about from the clients. Just like you said, when they see that, they're just absolutely amazed, and they've got to have it. It's a get you gotta. That's what I call it. It's a get you gotta. And when they see it, it just falls over. But well, Bill, I appreciate you sharing that with us, man. And I know that it's going to be a game changer for you, and it's a game changer for everybody else. But you keep on, man. And if you keep getting those good reports, you let me know, and we'll bring you back on.
You got it, bud. Have a great day. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Bill. Well, there you go, and that's another guy that's out sharing his product, and people, I'm telling you, people see it and they're just absolutely amazed. One question that came up: is there any way we can get these coupons where we can make changes to it? Yes, absolutely. These that we have right now that we're receiving are in PSD form. We're going to upload all the PSD files onto the Resource Center so that you can download those PSD files into your computer if you've got Photoshop. I'm also bringing them all into GIMP, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to teach you how to use GIMP because I don't use GIMP, but we've got a free GIMP download, and I don't mean that in a mean way, but I just don't use it, so I use an Adobe product that's like Photoshop. But we've got GIMP in our resources. You can download GIMP for free and use that, but also I'm going to, and I clicked on the wrong button there, sorry about that. Let me go back over to here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring all these in, and all these are in layers, okay? I import these PSDs into GIMP, and I'm going to save, and you can see here I'm moving this around. There's about 4 layers right there. But I'm going to import these into GIMP as a GIMP file, and then I'm going to save them, as a PSD file, and then I'm going to save them as a GIMP file. And we're also going to upload all the GIMP files. So if you don't have Photoshop, don't worry, okay? You can import in, and let me just show you how to do that real quick because you can do it with all the PSD stuff. When you come in here to File, what you want to do is you want to open the PSD file, open as layers. Now this is in version 3.7.1, I believe it is. So make sure you've got the latest, but you open it as layers, and you bring it in, and it brings it in as a layer, and you can move these around. You can do whatever you want. You can save these layers individually, and you can take these. These belong to you, okay? These are your files, so you can go in and custom create them and do anything you want with these coupons, okay? They're yours. They're yours to use. We create this for you. But we will have these uploaded. It's going to take us a couple of days. I've got to convert all these over, and we're getting a whole bunch more in. So, but within, by I would say, close of business tomorrow, I'll have the PSDs and the GIMP files up that I currently have. And as soon as Woodrow gets the other ones, we're having a lady that's custom building these. We'll also have those up. We've also got a ton of, what am I trying to think of, Woodrow? What's the other thing she's making for us, buddy? Table tents. Table tents. It hit me as I was thinking about it. She's also making us some table tents. I'm going to go over to one more thing, and I'm going to close with this. Sherry Claiborne is with us this evening, and I'm going to pull her on. Sherry is like the coupon queen, okay? Directory queen of California. She's absolutely amazing at what she's doing with these directories. And I've got Sherry on. This is one of her, I was hoping, I thought I clicked that website on there, but I didn't, Sherry. While she's talking and telling you what she's doing, I'm going to put her URL of her SoCal Attractions directory that she's put up. She is attaching this to directories she's building in Southern California, and it's directories to all the parks out there. And you can see that she's a graphics genius. Actually, I think her daughter's a graphics genius. And but Sherry, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm not sure who I want to give credit to, me or my daughter. I mean, I taught her everything she knows, so I guess I'll take credit on both counts. But, but thanks, Carrie. I'm doing great. And what I did with this is actually a header for my actually, I'm in the process of actually developing several different directories right now, Carrie, for out here, and I can't disclose too much information about them because they're kind of all in the works and under wraps, and we're doing some market research. But what I stumbled upon just by way of being out and about was a couple of different groups, and I'm actually seeking more of these groups out, and these are businesses that are already in place and maybe not even in the digital world, but looking to get into the digital world. And I'm partnering up with some of these companies that already have a clientele, and they're already doing some advertising and doing some like local maps for attractions and that sort of thing. And they came across the directory that I built for my own neighborhood out here, and they said, we've been looking for months to find a mobile way to turn what we have as a directory for our locations into a mobilized site, and you've got it. You've got it. So I'm partnering up with people that I didn't even think about going out and looking for, who kind of just fell in my lap, but I don't look at it as, you know, a coincidence. I look at it as somebody guiding my direction. They know what I'm. Well, the good Lord knows what I'm trying to accomplish, and He's just handing me more opportunities as every day goes by. But it's really a golden opportunity, and this is one of the things that I developed for a resort that I'm marketing for out here in Southern California. And one of the things I wanted to bring to their app and to their, to their mobile site was some value when it came to, if you're working at a resort and you're working at the front desk, do you have any idea how many times you have to answer the question, how do I get to Disneyland from here?
Oh, I bet. Okay.
Well, I get. So I look at Southern California as sort of my own backyard. This is where I live. This is where I work. This is where I play. So this is what I want directions to. And what I did was, and Carrie, you were instrumental in helping me build this out, because I was trying to figure out a way that I could have this as a standalone, app that I could actually just plug this into any of the other businesses that I'm working with out here, so that they can offer the directions as well. And what this is, if anybody goes to the URL right now, it's up on the screen right now, but what it is, it's just a directory of how to get there. That's all that's on this app, how to get there. And I link it up to some of the places I'm working with, like resorts and hotels, motels, any place that needs to give directions to people as to how to get somewhere. What I like to do is I like to add this, and then they can just direct their clients or their guests. Here you go, get this on your phone, and you can get directions from anywhere you are, not just from the resort or the hotel they're staying at, but anywhere they're at. They can get directions just with the app. And that's all that's on this app, are the directions to just about all the Southern California attractions. And I'll add these as I go along. But what I'm doing is I'm building out different directions depending on the location of the resort or the hotel that I'm working with. I'm building out directories for where they recommend people go to eat, because a lot of hotels, they have certain restaurants they like to, they like to partner up with and they like to send people to. And so I'm building out just these little directions apps, and I don't care, you can share with them how you there's some back-end works going on here, but I think everybody can figure it out. I have one master app that has all of these locations built into them for directions, just by adding just the actual business location, or SeaWorld or Disneyland, add their actual address to one app, and then when you go to that, you go to that app on your computer, it gives you a specific URL, just those directions. And then I take those directions and that's what I plug into custom content on the directory app. And that might make sense to some people that are building apps. Some of them might be a little bit more complex, but Carrie's the one that actually helped me figure out the best way to put that together. So I want to thank you for that, Carrie. I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're very welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'll tell you what I'll do in the next few days when in between this coupon thing. I'll try to do a video of that, because I see everybody's coming in commenting absolutely how awesome that is. And I'm going to tell you guys, and let me just tell you about Sherry. And I thought I worked long hours and hard hours. She runs circles around me, and we do spend some time on the phone. She has wonderful ideas, and we collaborate on and look at things. And she has ideas, and if she can't figure it out, I figure it out, or if I can't figure it out, she figures it out. But she's just doing a boom up thing. And let me tell you, this attractions thing can be used and duplicated anywhere in the country because every place has attractions. And she's using it, and she's putting that as an add-on in her apps. And she's got some things going on that I won't share with that I'm privy to, but because of our conversations. But let me tell you, she doesn't stop, and she talks to everybody that's got connections. And that's how she's building her business. She's talking to people who's got connections with large databases of businesses that are already built. And she is doing a bang-up job. And Sherry, I appreciate you coming on and sharing that. Everybody take note of that, onetap.mobi/attractions. And it's just absolutely amazing. Frank's asking, are these directions GPS or just printed? What she does, Frank, is she actually puts this. Matter of fact, hang on, I think I've got this. 1 second.
So say, I can send you the URL.
I've got it.
There you go. There you show it to them.
Let me clear my screen there so you can see it a little better. Here it is right here. Okay, I forgot I pulled it up. Like here's Disneyland, and she's got the map directed in here, and of course it's trying to share my location here. And you can get directions here, point-to-point direction. Now my computer's not hooked up to GPS, so I can't get point-to-point directions. But she's got the map of every one of these plugged into her app. Okay. Knott's Berry Farm. I am so jealous of her graphics. But she's got all the SoCal stuff listed here, and man, this I mean, if that doesn't jump out and grab you, nothing will. I mean, it's just really cool.
Let me say one more thing about that, Carrie, because here's the cool thing. What I think about this, it's almost a reverse marketing technique. Because if I go stay at this resort and I get these directions by having the app for this resort, and I love the fact that I can get directions to all these great places that I like to go to, and I like to send friends to, and they want to know how to get there. I'm like, well, I got this really good app. Well, every time I want to go to send those directions out, I have to go through that business in order to do it. So that business is going to get even more play and more, more hits on those, whoever has it on their directory. However you find it is how you're going to go back and find it again. So you're almost subliminally throwing that business right back in that person's face, only because they want to get to this. But I love that, because now if we have a scratch off for those resorts for a discount, it's just another way.
Yeah, there you go. You'll be up all that stuff.
Yeah, now you can have another flashing thing when they go in there to find let me find that little thing that gives you a map to everywhere. And they go back to the resort and they're like, wait a minute, what's this flashing thing? There's a scratch off? Ooh, there's a coupon. Let me check this, Now you really are building a way for them to get back to you by offering this to your clients. It's giving your clients even more exposure that they wouldn't have without having this little piece of the pie on there. But I like this because this is like sampling just some of the really sweet stuff that's on our mobile apps. This is picking and choosing what you like and putting it all into one little bundle so that everybody can go enjoy just that one little thing, which are those turn-by-turn directions.
Right. And what one person has said here is, guys, you could make up a card, and every restaurant, hotel, and any place of business would love to put this on their counter. Sherry, everybody's just saying that they absolutely love you.
I'm glad I'm able to share it with everybody, because I think it's just something that hit me one day, and then I started figuring out how the heck am I going to do this, and then I called Kerry. I said, I need more brain power. Brain power to figure out how to do this. And he's like, wait, I got it. He showed me the kind of, try this and that, and he goes, okay, I got it. And he gave me the back end way of figuring it out. And it's really not difficult as long as you just understand what you're trying to accomplish. And it's really quite simple to set up. And you could do this for any directions to any restaurant if you're at a hotel. And that's what I'm doing for the resort I'm working with. I'm setting up just their preferred businesses that they partner up with, I'm setting up a directory to those preferred businesses. And I think we should go to those preferred businesses and charge them.
Yeah, I hear you.
Offset the cost of their app.
There you go. There you go. Well, Sherry,
business. So.
Thank you.
Okay.
Man, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. God bless, man. And I tell you what, I just love, every time I get to talk to you, I just love it. So
thank you so much for having me, Kerry. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You have a good evening.
You do the same.
Okay, guys, I promise you, the board is lighting up here. I shouldn't have brought Sherry on tonight. I should have saved this for another night because I'll be busy now. She always has me working. But I'm going to build this out for you. I'll do a video on it and how we set that up and how she set it up, actually. But go take a look at it, onetap.mobi/attractions. And that is an absolute awesome idea. She's amazing. Okay, we're way over, and I'm not going to take any more time. If anybody's got any quick questions, 1 second. I did saw a question come by. Someone asked, how can they go in and look at all the training videos? Let me show you where that is real quick, because that's very important. I thank you for asking that, because that'll save you a lot of time. If you'll go into your control panel, go to training videos, go right down here to weekly sales training, and there is tons, like 35 of them or 37 of them or something, 33, 34. There'll be another one going up tonight. So you can just go in there and look and start at the top and work all your way down. Not only that, all of our tutorials are right here that we've done over the months. Yes, these are full recordings. Full recordings. If it's an hour and 10 minutes long, it's an hour and 10 minutes worth of training. We've got our 4 Square training videos. These are all videos we've done. How to market with texting. Your GIMP tutorials, I was just talking about GIMP a while ago. This shows you everything to use with GIMP. And here you can get the download link from right here. Jason's got I think he's got a response, but let me contradict what you're saying. The reason I'm going to contradict what you're saying is I was sitting down with a restaurant owner yesterday, and actually I was with both owners. I was with the owner and the owner's son, who is about to take over ownership of the restaurant. And the owner said, he said, I just want him to use that coupon one time. And the son looked at his dad and he said, Dad, why would you want that to happen? He said, well, I don't want him to keep coming in here getting a free order of fries. He said, Dad, if they don't come in and get a free order of fries, guess what? They're not going to get that hamburger and that cold drink that cost $1.50 that cost us a nickel. So you can set it up in multiple ways. You can set it up to where they can have a date on it. But me personally, if you're giving away a free drink, which is probably the highest margin item in a restaurant, or 10% off of a car wash or something like that, if that one person brings one more person in, and you've paid for that coupon about 20 different times. Now that's just my personal opinion. I'll give you a prime example. You used to be able to take a coupon to the store, and they would take that coupon away from you. They don't take the coupon away from you anymore. And the reason they don't take that coupon away from you is because they want you to come back in that store and use it again. Why do they want you to use it again? Because they know that if you walk in that store, you're not going to just come in there and get that can of green beans. You're going to get the potatoes and the salad and the meat and everything else to go with it. So they don't take the coupons anymore. They scan it, and you can go back in and use that coupon. And actually, Walmart, you don't even have to use coupons anymore. They put them in the system and tell you, hey, we've got a coupon for that. And it doesn't matter how many times you buy that sack of potatoes. Coupons are there for one reason, to drive traffic. And that's how you want to set it up. Now, the contest is a different item. You don't want them winning a car and coming back tomorrow and winning another car and then come back winning. But the coupons, all they are is what's called in the market is a loss leader. You give up a $1.50 soda to get them to buy a $25 steak. All right, guys, man, everybody stayed, so you either liked what we said or you didn't. Yeah, put a disclaimer on it. You can put a number on it. We're fixing to fix that where it's coded. So But I think if you would explain to them why that coupon is there, why the redemption of that coupon, I think you would change your mind. Because I'm telling you, that fellow's son changed my mind in about 2 seconds. Because I was on the same wavelength. Yeah, we don't want them to do. The guy said, hey, Dad, you know. Anybody else? Is that Tengalia? Is that how you say your name? Is it Tengalia Robinson? We have so many new people in here. It's awesome. Well, I tell you what, I'm 2 for 2 on those names tonight, Woodrow. I get a bonus for that, buddy. Okay. Well, I am going to close down tonight, and it's 9:18, and it's just been a pleasure. This has been a great training. Thank you, Guy. And as I always close with this, as Zig always says, AAFTO always ask for the order.